In recent weeks, South Africa has found itself at the center of a global conversation, one involving the world's richest man, Elon Musk, a satellite internet company, and a law that has divided opinion for more than 2 decades. Musk has been publicly attacking a South African law, calling it extremely racist, comparing it to apartheid, and demanding that the United States impose sanctions on South African politicians who defend it. The law, he says, is the reason his satellite internet company Starlink cannot operate in the country of his birth. This is Africa in Focus, a show where we travel across the continent, country by country, breaking down the systems shaping Africa's present and its future. I am Ongezwa Zibi, and today we're in South Africa to understand the law at the center of the story, where it came from, how it works, and why it divides opinion so deeply. Black economic empowerment, later known as broad-based Black economic empowerment, or BBBEE, is a policy designed by South African authorities to expand participation in an economy historically structured around exclusion. To understand BBBEE, one must understand what came before it. Under apartheid, the system of racial segregation that governed South Africa from 1948 to 1994, the economy was organized by race. Disadvantaged groups were systematically excluded from ownership of land, business, and capital. When Nelson Mandela became president in 1994, political power transferred. Economic power largely did not. BBBEE was introduced to change that. Under BBBEE, historically disadvantaged groups refer to South Africans who were systematically discriminated against under apartheid. That includes Black Africans, the largest group and the most severely affected by apartheid's economic exclusions. Then we have colored South Africans, people of mixed heritage who faced their own specific forms of legal discrimination, including forced removals and exclusions from skilled trades. Indian and Asian South Africans, who were also classified as non-white under apartheid, barred from many areas and professions and subject to separate laws. What the law does not include, and this is the source of much of the controversy, is white South Africans. Under BBBEE, white-owned companies score no ownership points. A white CEO does not count towards management control targets. The argument is that white South Africans, as a group, did not suffer the same economic exclusions under apartheid. So how exactly does BBBEE work? It works through a scorecard. Every company operating in South Africa is measured across 5 areas. Ownership. How much of the business is held by historically disadvantaged South Africans? Management control. Who is actually leading the company at the top? Skills development. Is the company investing in training and upskilling disadvantaged workers? Enterprise and supplier development. Is it supporting and buying from Black-owned businesses? And socio-economic development. Is it investing in the communities around it? A company's performance across those 5 areas gives it a BBBEE level. Level 1 is the best, with a recognition level of 135%, while level 8 sits at the lower end at 10%, followed by non-compliant at 0%. In telecommunications, specifically the sector at the center of the Starlink dispute, companies are required to have at least 30% equity ownership by historically disadvantaged individuals just to operate. Musk's argument is that Starlink cannot obtain a license in his home country simply because he is white. He has called the laws racist. He has demanded sanctions. South Africa's government has pushed back firmly. The communications regulator, the Independent Communications Authority of South Africa, confirmed as recently as March of 2025 that Starlink had not formally submitted a license application, despite years of complaints. The government points out that more than 600 American companies, including Microsoft, operate under the same BBBEE framework without issue. President Cyril Ramaphosa was direct. Our laws are not racist. Musk has alleged his company was repeatedly offered the chance to bypass the rules through bribery by falsely representing that a black South African ran the local operation. The government has denied this. Supporters of BBBEE point to a growing black middle class, black executives in boardrooms that were once entirely closed, and significant investment in skills and supplier development. They argue that without the policy, the gap would be considerably wider. Critics, on the other hand, argue that the gains have been too concentrated. There is also the problem of fronting, placing black individuals as nominal directors or shareholders without real power or income. It is illegal. It is, by the government's own admission, widespread. The law has also caused division within the country, with the opposition Democratic Alliance now sharing power with the African National Congress, or ANC, in a government of national unity, having proposed replacing race-based criteria entirely with poverty-based model. The ANC says the policy is not going anywhere. South Africa is currently conducting its most significant review of the BBBEE policy since it was introduced. The questions being asked are ones the country has been grappling with for years: whether the policy is working, who is it working for, and what happens if it does not change. What is new now is who is asking them and how loudly. I'm Ongezwa Zibi. This was Africa in Focus. Do share your thoughts with us in the comments and follow us across all our platforms.